with this local breaking news alert.
Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm John Nicely.
A grand jury clears Omaha police officers and Douglas County corrections officers of any wrongdoing after investigating 6 deaths.
Joe Chiodo was there moments after the decisions came down. He joins us now live.
John and Mallory, as you said, they were investigating 6 shooting deaths. Within those, there were 5 separate incidents. One of those happened, as you're going to remember, back in August here at this Wendy's. It was an officer-involved shooting involving the cops' TV crew. One of their cameramen did die here. Now, to a point, Douglas County Attorney Don Klein, I talked with him earlier today, and he tells me really that our hands are tied in explaining exactly what went on in the room where the grand jury convened.
The process in and of itself is a secret of what takes place in the grand jury room. What witnesses testified, what they testified to, so that's a separate process, and strictly by law is a secret process.
And as you realize there, obviously we won't know much about what went on in that room, but we do know a bit about some of the evidence that the grand jury likely saw. Now, in the case of this Wendy's shooting, you're going to remember Cortez Washington attempted to rob the business when police, accompanied by a crew from the TV reality show Cops, as I mentioned, was with him. Now, when Washington fired his gun, police fired back, killing him and Cops crew member Bryce Dion, who was nearby, and the bullet made it past his bulletproof vest. After the shooting, though, police showed us several images taken from the cops' camera. In this one, we can actually see Washington raising his gun. Some made an issue that the gun was an airsoft or pellet gun, but it's important to explain it sounded real when it was fired. Cops wanted everyone to understand that, as well as that the orange tip was not there, which likely is an indicator that it is an airsoft gun. Now, moving on, the grand jury also investigated the officer-involved shooting death of Daniel Elrod. This one happened just about 2 weeks ago. He's the one that shot and killed February 24th after allegedly robbing the Family Dollar store just south of downtown. After that shooting, police shared several images from their police camera cruiser that was there that evening. No doubt the grand jury looked at that entire video. We're actually told Elrod and police exchanged words for 1 minute 38 seconds until police then deployed a taser. After that failed, an officer then shot him. Now, Elrod was not armed, we learned, but police say he claimed that he was and that he reached for his waistband after failing to follow those orders. There's actually some security video from the cameras that show him reaching into his waistband. We did check. Police are still investigating this and going to do an internal review of that incident. John and Mallory, I'll send it back to you for the rest of this information. Reporting live, Joe Chiodo, WOWT6 News.
Thank you, Joe. And again, the grand jury investigated 6 deaths.
2 involved suspects in jail. Last October, Joseph Losteiner was arrested and put in jail for leaving the scene of a crash and flight to avoid arrest. He was found unresponsive 5 hours later. He died tied to meth. And in November, Robert Price died while serving time for assaulting an officer.
He passed away from cancer and liver problems.
The 6th in custody death investigated, that of Michael Harris.
Harris was arrested last October after allegedly assaulting a liquor store employee. Police put him in a cruiser to bring him to a hospital. On the way, Harris apparently hurt himself inside the police vehicle, which we're told was heavily damaged. He died days later.